Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of the Boss Key Podcast. I am your co host, McQuack306, and I'm joined as always by the handsome Jesse. What's up, Jesse?
Sir, you always do this to me every morning. How do you know how to brighten someone's day so greatly, man? You are amazing. Yes, this is Jesse Fergoso, also known as Jebby G in the gaming community. I know I don't say the name too often, but Jebby G is usually how I'm found anywhere on any platform or service. But yes, Jesse Fergoso here, co-host again, ready to go again. Mr. Josh McQuack, how are you doing, you handsome, handsome man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Just enjoying gaming. Just been focusing on Halo, the recently released Microsoft title. I don't know if you've been playing, but just
Uh,
dabbled here and there in the campaign.
unfortunately, to my fans, I'm sorry, but I've had a moving out's harder than I thought. Everyone, okay, just to give everyone context. Just to give everyone context here, I recently moved out of home and I'm finally doing the big move. I've been living on my own now for 2 weeks. Um, so far, everything's been amazing, but have I had time to do many things that I love? No, because what I end up doing is I put responsibilities on top of my moving out responsibilities. So sometimes I'm very big at helping a lot of people, and then sometimes I've been minimal or not that great at time management myself. But I'm a big helping person, so I still end up helping everyone at the same time. So tomorrow we're recording on a Sunday, but this will be like tomorrow Monday. I have a whole day off, so I'm hoping I can build a lot of things in my house, and I'm able to get my TV up finally with the entertainment center. But I did download Halo Infinite on PC with my Game Pass. Thank goodness. I had to uninstall the multiplayer aspect so I can play. So I uninstalled the multiplayer aspect from Steam and then I reinstalled it on Game Pass. So from one area to another area. But believe me, everybody, I have been living vicariously of gaming through every one of you, reading all your tweets and all your posts and everything that you guys are doing. And if anything has come out retro, if anything's come out recently that you've loved or not loved or what the heck, some of the biggest topics I always see is Xbox getting snubbed for JRPGs again when things are coming out for other consoles. I think I saw like a Persona 4 that was going to be released. It's going to be like, oh, on PS4 and Steam. But then you don't see an Xbox. I'm like,
And
oh,
that's the
come
fighting game
on.
one.
Yeah, I'm all like, dude, really? Like, I have an Xbox Series X now. Like, look, lo and behold, I do have a PC as well, but I still see the snubbery going on here, where Xbox doesn't get as much love on certain game titles. So I'm seeing it all the time. You've even seen like my arcade dream setup from one of my tweets. If anyone saw that tweet, um, but this week I'm hoping to get everything already built. After today or during the week. I just want to touch and go with that Halo Infinite campaign because I hear a lot of great things from it. I hear amazing things. Like I think as far as I got was turning on the opening cinematic and then oh no, I have to continue reading my script because for everyone to know, as a dietitian, I'm also take acting classes because I'm a man that likes to do a million things and be vocal. I love to do too many things, but time is my only enemy here, but no, I gotta manage the time better. That's the deal. But I'm constantly on gaming soundtracks all the time, as everyone knows. Love gaming soundtracks all the time. It keeps me going. Reading Twitter keeps me going, and hearing about everyone else's gaming advancements makes me continue loving gaming, and I want to keep passing it on. So I will be jumping back in, and I will be jumping back in soon. And when my apartment, excuse me, is now nice and set. Oh, it's gonna be glorious. Entertainment Center is gonna have my Xbox Series X. It's gonna have my Switch, and it's gonna have my PS4.
All
I
three.
know all three at one time. I've never done that before in my life. I've never had room to do that.
That's
That's a
good,
dream.
man. It feels good
That's
to
a,
have
that's
them all
that
three.
That's a mini dream of mine, no lie. I know it's small for some, but that's a mini dream for me. I want all three of them hooked up at the same time. And I want to be able to switch between the two. Like, Like I want to look like if anyone knows who the angry video game nerd is, like everyone pretty much
Yeah.
knows who he is. When he has like the whole room filled with like the Amigas and all the consoles and everything, man, that's a nice setup.
Some
I mean,
goals.
life goals. That is life goals. But yeah, that's been going on with me, and I've of course been in contact with Big Josh McQuack through the week and everything to see how things are going and what's up. But so you've been playing the Halo Infinite campaign, so it's been great. How are the hours been since you played it?
Um, I have about maybe I want to say 7 or 8 hours in the campaign. No spoilers about it. I won't talk about anything specific, but I did mention it on Twitter that it does remind me a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5 of all
Hmm.
of any other game because it's very open world. It's very open nature in terms of choosing how you want to tackle a specific objective or side mission, whatever it is. But it so far the story has taken a back seat, kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5, where we don't get that many interactions or cutscenes or anything like that. So it reminds me a lot of that in a good way because I love Metal Gear Solid 5 still. And just like Metal Gear Solid 5, where I feel like it's the best gameplay of its series, I feel like Halo Infinite is the best gameplay of all the Halos.
Nice.
Even if you just remove the grappling, just everything's so smooth and weapons feel good, different, distinct. I'm really loving it. Yeah.
Nice. Now what's the thing that I heard about that it said don't quick resume Halo Infinite? What was that about?
I heard something about not. I guess it doesn't register it correctly, or it doesn't save properly, something like that. But I haven't had an issue with it.
Okay.
I've had quick
Cuz
resume, and it doesn't have
no issues. Okay,
no
that's good.
issues. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. And yeah, grappling hook is still the most popular thing that new thing that was added into the Halo experience. So I'll actually be able to give a PC version review or look at on it. But that's the way I have it right now. Oh my god, Game Pass Ultimate's awesome. Just saying. Like, it's not just saying it's good. Game Pass Ultimate has been legit with getting more games. And um, speaking of that, just recently this week was the Game Awards.
Yes. That's the topic for the show. We're going to be talking about the Game Awards, specifically the winners, and how we feel about them, or just whatever we have an insight on. Because there's a lot of good stuff too that happened during the Game Awards in terms of announcements that were shown off for the first time.
Most definitely.
So just going off the cuff for right away, Game of the Year, It Takes Two. I did not see that coming. I don't know if you saw it
Out
coming.
of left field right there. Out of left field. Like, dude, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, it takes two? The most recent thing I heard about it takes two was that Take Two Interactive was trying to sue them for
For the
using the
name,
name. I was
yeah,
like, ah, really?
so
You really
stupid,
gonna do that? I was like,
so
Take Two.
stupid.
Really? You're trying to milk this here? You're trying to be like, that sounds suspiciously similar. Like, oh my god. That's what I thought in my head. I'm like, my goodness, Take Two. Don't do this. But yeah, it takes two. And man, I'm gonna tell you this: of all the games that were listed for Game of the Year, Deathloop, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two was the one I knew the least about.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I knew the least about that game.
for that one, it's the only one on that list that I never played. I played Deathloop, I played Dread,
Right?
Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 8, Village. I played
Yeah.
all of them. I never played It Takes Two, and it won Game of the Year. And I'm just like, I actually was happy for the game and for anybody that would have won. But It
Mhm.
Takes Two for it to beat all these juggernauts was really cool to see. That dude, what's his name, Ferris. Um, it's crazy where he was like, made famous at the Game Awards in 2017, saying "F the Oscars," and then he releases this game, another co-op game, which I love what he's doing in terms of buy one copy and it's a copy for two people co-op.
Yeah, that's
That's
legit.
really cool, and he won Game of the Year, and I'm so happy for him and his team for doing it. It's definitely one that me and my fiance are looking at now because, especially since it's on Game Pass,
Mm.
try it out, co-op, and see how what the Game of the Year is. But
How
it
tr-
definitely took me off guard. It caught me
and
off.
it should. I saw the tweet from Twitter announcing that congratulations, It Takes Two for
Yeah,
winning. I was like, Game of the Year? This one? Now look, guys, don't take any of my my talkings right now as like a negative. It's not a negative because I went to go see what it's all about after
hmm,
I heard that, and what an interesting new refreshing mini concept. Like, I mean, it starts off with something very strange that I didn't think it would start a game off with, um, like family issues that are going on from the get go. But then you start going into the gameplay, how to reunite again as a couple. It's about a husband and wife, but how to reunite as a couple, reunite as a team. And you told me this morning you have to play this co-op. You
yeah.
can't do a Resident Evil 5. You can't just have Shiva on another on the computer or whatever. Because I think that'd be too easy. And man, they could have been real jerks about it. They could have said like, "Yeah, you gotta have two copies of this game to play." Nah, they said you need one, and I'm gonna give the code to someone else. I mean, if the other person has it already, okay, then that makes it easier. You can
Yeah,
give the code to someone else, but that's a great idea. I mean,
definitely a
they
great
took
one.
they took a risk though with that, like because that could cut sales in half.
Hmm.
Obviously, like cut sales in half because you need two people because you need two people to play. But no, they stuck with it. Um, and It Takes Two, man. Okay, after all this, a sequel's definitely coming out of this game.
It could be,
And
or a
like,
different one. I mean, he didn't make a sequel on the first one, on the first game he made, which was I think a Way Out or something like that, where you play as two brothers,
oh,
escaping somewhere. I didn't play that one either, but that's how I remember him, the developer. And then this one, It Takes Two. I mean, I just like the concept of it, of needing it has to be, completed with two people, and here's
oh,
a free copy for the second person in case they don't buy a copy. It's really great. It makes me wonder
dude.
like if they did other games like that before, if it would have turned out like that. Like I remember Army of Two was one of my
Yes.
first Xbox 360 games, and
Mhm.
that had co-op. But I love the co-op. I love the campiness of it, and it just makes you
Mhm.
wonder like these games that are about co-op. What would
Mhm.
where would they be if they actually gave out copies? A second digital copy for it.
Dude, like it's oh my goodness. I've already got the titles for the
Congrats!
third game. I already got
That
the titles for the third game.
what is it?
Three's a crowd.
Oh my god!
Yes. Yes. And then I gotta think, don't worry, I'll come up with a pun with the fourth one later. But three's a crowd. That'll be the next game. Where you have to like where you're on a date but you have a third wheel every time. So you have to find some way to lose a third wheel. Or something like that. Here we go. Game development 101. I'm gonna pitch the idea. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a
These
millionaire.
ideas are all free, you guys.
Yeah, I'm just giving it out already. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But nice. Hey, man. Something different. Something different just came into a world. And Deathloop was original. Deathloop was original as well, but one of the original titles won the Game of the Year as well. Because the other ones were either sequels or like next iterations of certain games.
Yeah,
So nice, man. Kudos.
kudos
Kudos
to
to It
them.
Takes Two, man. To make something to make that was if maybe it has been done. Well, it has been done. Something like that's been done before with Army
Yeah.
of Two, but like, but that's still something refreshingly different compared to what's come out before. Not another military game, not another all shooting game, and not something that's been done 10 times or something. Like a newer concept, and it won.
Which
Congrats.
which makes me wonder about the next award, which was best game direction, and that
Mhm.
one it says award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Deathloop won that one, which I would have thought it. Given how we've been looking at It Takes Two, I thought it would have won. But Deathloop
I
won.
know. Like, well, I guess they just decided like maybe they're more involved with the innovation as far as like the innovation as far as like maybe a different version of a shooter, I guess. That's what I would think they're trying to go for.
Yeah, because it's
Because
like an open world, but you kind of repeat yourself over and over, and
yeah,
trying to make your plans better for the next kill. I mean, I could see where they were going with it. On,
that's right.
I mean, it's not so huge of like I don't see it type, but
Mhm.
it's just weird with It Takes Two being on that list. That I'm like, man, that one was pretty innovative too.
So there you go. I mean, they're just trying to make it they're just trying to make it as different from any other shooter that's out there, any other Call of Duty or Fortnite or anything that's out right now, CS:GO. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's revolutionized. You said you were okay with Deathloop before. Did you end up really enjoying it, or are you still okay with it? Nah,
I
nah,
didn't
you
really
can't take.
like it.
Okay.
It fell off. But with the other nominees for that section was also Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Psychonauts 2 got nominated a lot. Man, that's a
Yeah,
sequel to a very old game. That's that from Xbox One era.
yeah.
Gosh darn, I keep forgetting.
Xbox
I
OG.
have to say Xbox OG. I keep saying Xbox One, but I forgot there's an Xbox One, Xbox original. I'm just gonna say straight up. I'm just gonna say straight up Xbox. Big Duke.
Big Duke.
that's a that's
Big
from the big
Box.
big
Xbox.
box Xbox. big the double B Xbox.
Yeah.
Big box. The big boy.
The big boy.
the big boy. the big one. Um, yeah, and then after that, best narrative. I mean, no lie, you already told me like 1,000 times from Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy took that one, and I remember saying this game was like, oh my god, I hope they don't oversaturate the superhero genre and all this
Hmm.
stuff. I remember saying that before, and all right, I'm wrong. They
And
did
I
not
wasn't even looking
oversaturate
at
it.
this one either. I honestly was not looking at Guardians of the Galaxy, and I saw reviews, and I'm like, wait. There has to be something that I'm missing. And it wasn't just, oh, this guy, they gave it a 9, they gave it an 8, they gave it a 9. It was more of what they were talking about in terms of gameplay and story that got me. And so I picked it up, blasted through it, beat it, I think, in like a week, and I loved it. I loved it so much that I got myself a second copy for the Xbox version because the first one I got on the PS5.
Yep.
But that's how much I loved Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was very happy with this, outcome. That they had other ones, Deathloop, again, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, True Colors. I don't really know about that series, except it is very narrative based, and Psychonauts 2 to round off the nominees. But Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, I've had other people tell me like they got it because of my suggestion and that they absolutely love it, which I get happy about. But I always somebody asks me, hey, what's a good game for story or Guardians of the Galaxy has
Guardians
it.
of the Galaxy.
It's one of
Just
those
get that.
games that I was just happy. Like I was legitimately just smiling throughout the game, and I think there was only one slow chapter, but after that everything like was so good. The music was great. I still play it every day. The soundtrack and the characters, they made it justice. It was one of those games that it doesn't need a sequel, which I'm kind of
Nice.
indifferent. I don't know whether I would be cool with the sequel or if those guys just, hey, we're gonna tackle another game, another Marvel property or something else. But Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, that one definitely deserved the best narrative.
Awesome, man. I think they definitely should not do a sequel. I mean, I hope they would tackle another superhero. Well, you just said it went really, really well, and you know what the business is gonna say? The business is
Yeah,
gonna say like, yeah, we're gonna make another one because like they're gonna try. they're gonna try to make another one. They have to. Like, there's no way they're not gonna make a sequel to this because that's a big risk to try another superhero team and then like a whole another superhero team. Like they're just gonna bust out with like the Eternals or something to do it like Eternals. But no, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's definitely gonna get a sequel, especially because it won a Game Award for Best Narrative. If it would have won like Game of the Year or something, it wasn't nominated for that, but it wasn't nominated for that. But it could have. It could have if it won Game of the Year, definitely a sequel. But Best Narrative, I think so. I think it will.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna be talking about the announcements, which we forgot one announcement that the Game Awards made, which was pretty huge. They Star Wars Eclipse got announced.
Yes, I
One of the
saw that
first
darker looking
announcements.
Star Wars game. That looked sweet.
That one I'm iffy about, only because it's by Quantic Dream, the developers that do um, the what's the Heavy Rain. They did Heavy Rain. They did Beyond Two Souls,
So it's gonna be
and
very story driven.
very story. It could be. I mean,
Very
that's what this developer is known for, is story driven, choice based games. So we'll see how this one, you know, goes. I love anything Star Wars that gets announced. I think this is also taking place during the High Republic, from what I've heard.
Okay.
So several years before the Star Wars, the original trilogy, the films basically. Um,
Oh wait. The when you mean the original trilogy of like episode 4, 5, and 6, or
yeah,
like the
yeah,
1, 2, and 3?
yeah.
Oh, well, this is between the prequels and between the prequels and
No, well,
the
before
trilogy.
episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, okay. So after
Oh
one,
wait,
2, and 3. So yeah.
no,
So
no,
the
no.
so
Yeah,
that
you're right. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Before the prequels, even before the prequels. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So we're going like Knights of the Old Republic. We're going way back
yeah,
in time. Okay, nice. Because when you say before prequels or sequels, you gotta remember there's like three sets of
yeah. I'm like, man.
there's 3 sets of sequels here, man. And I could say 3 sets now because there's the prequel, which everything's numbered out of order. So episodes 1, 2, and 3
The
came out later.
pre-prequels and
The
then the prequels.
pre-prequels. So then you have to go through like well, they call the whole thing the Skywalker saga because everything's related to the Skywalker family. So
Yeah,
then there's the Anakin stories, the Luke stories, and then the Rey stories. That which are the final 3 movies. Luke and then Anakin's um, storyline. So if it's before that, then that means it's gonna start going Old Republic style. Um, and like the moment, like just when you hear like anything Star Wars, like the iconic races in Star Wars and the iconic sounds, like Star Wars itself just gets anyone hyped. So Star Wars is an easy way to jump in um, to most series. I just hope it ends up being a good game overall. Story driven. Um, I think I've liked like the Telltale series, like the Walking Dead one,
yeah,
like the one where you have like different story elements from there. Um, but other than that, not a huge fan of making too many decisions, except for like Fallout, because it has the making decisions and the shooting and the action. But straight up stories, we'll see. We'll see how
yeah.
that one goes.
Second announcement before we continue is they revealed Alan Wake 2, uh, which the developers came out and said that it was they're going more for a survival horror, which caught me too because I love survival horror games. And I believe you too, Jesse, like those
Oh
type
yeah,
of games. Silent Hill, Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Dead Space, dude, survival horror. You know what they should release? Someone actually brought this up in Twitter back then, and I hope they do someday. They should re-release Dino Crisis at some time again.
That's what everybody's been talking about. Like, hey,
Where's
leave
my Dino
Resident
Crisis?
Evil. Like,
I know. Where's Dino Crisis at? Let them try to make it one more time. Like, just restart it again and see if people want to do it.
yeah,
Like,
it's basically Resident Evil with dinosaurs.
yes, it is.
It's
Yes, it
That's
is.
basically the premise, and I love anything with dinosaurs in it. That's
Yes. So instead of zombies, you get raptors. They should do it again. They should. But I know I went on a tangent right there. But I didn't
No,
play the
no.
first Alan Wake. But I didn't play the first Alan Wake. But heard good things about that as well from yourself and others. So how did you like the trailer? I didn't see the Alan Wake 2 trailer. What did you
I
think?
mean, not much. I mean, I think that's not much. Like, it's pretty much it's an announcements trailer. They're not really showing anything. Um, it's just, hey, we're this is coming out. Please be ready. And
Nice.
but I do like the aspect of it being survival horror.
Mhm.
Because I do like those type of games. So this one is
Yes.
definitely on my radar. I do now have to finish Alan Wake 1, just so that I'm ready. And then I also heard that Control. I mean, I've tried Control so many times to try to get into it, and I always fall off of it. But they're in the same realm. So just in case, so I have all my ducks in a row. I've completed that area of the connected universe of Alan Wake.
Maybe we can play it for our next Halloween episode, like close to a year from now.
Yes. Yeah, we can put that on there.
That would be cool. That would be sweet.
Uh, the next, I guess, awards that were given out were for Best Art Direction,
Okay.
given to
Deathloop.
Deathloop,
Okay.
with Kenya, Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, and The Artful Escape being the nominees for that area.
The Deathloop beat out a game called The Artful Escape in the best art direction. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that just sounds funny. Like, it's like,
It does.
I was like, huh. All
I
right, I
kind of,
guess.
I kind of did like the art direction though in Deathloop.
Okay,
That one
yeah.
I kind of like. I dug the orange, dark, red tones of it, and the menu
Yeah.
screen. So I did
I
like
just
that one.
I started using some of that for some of my phone screens and everything too. Like I don't know, dark orange and black and reds are starting to look like I'm changing away from some blues that I used to have a lot of. So yeah, you're right. And then best score and the music. Of course, I love all video game soundtracks. It's all my Spotify. If anyone saw my Spotify rap, it's a lot of video game soundtracks. A lot of video game soundtracks, along with new metal and heavy and hard rock, have been my topics. And Japanese video game music, apparently. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's a game that I did not play, so I can't give an opinion on the music itself. Near Replicant, one. But because of you, sir, of your recommendation of Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, I did love it when you recommended it. So
Yes.
there you go. I'm in on that. And the second place for me would have been Cyberpunk 2077
Same here.
for music. Like the whole Cyberpunk, I downloaded the whole Cyberpunk soundtrack on Spotify, and yeah, it's that techno synth and everything. It just sounds so beautiful. It's just we're in that future. We're gonna have mechanical parts. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have a cyborg arm when I'm like 80 or something. We're gonna live forever, and somehow we're gonna transfer our consciousness here and all that. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead of the
A little
future,
too
but
far.
a little too far. But you never know, man. Things advance like this. Things advance like crazy.
I actually did play Near Replicant.
Okay.
The music, I could see why it got that one. It has I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I mean, the best that I could describe it is like opera meets rock and roll in a way.
Ooh,
Very
I like
weird.
that.
It's very unique. It's hard to pinpoint, but it's very opera based, with some just upbeat, like I don't know. It's hard, but I do like that it won. It actually I don't see it at a left field,
Okay.
of winning. So
I'm,
that one's good.
I'm gonna
Uh,
see. I'm gonna see if this is.
Download it. It's
I am gonna download. I'm gonna.
it's
I am. I
available.
am. I'm gonna. I am. Oh. Oh wait, but this isn't the one I'm looking for. Oh no, but believe me, I'm gonna be looking for this now. I'm gonna be. Oh, it might be part of the Square Enix music.
Yeah, it's like
Um.
orchestral opera, like hard riffs. It's weird. It's unique. It's definitely unique.
Okay. Well, I will be looking into that now because again, I'm a big music fanatic in regards to video games. So I will look into that most definitely. Okay, we'll get back to that later. So we'll get back to that later. We got a show to do here. We're doing shows.
Best audio
Um,
design.
Forza 5, baby.
Forza 5 is the winner
Forza
with
Horizon 5.
Deathloop, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal rounding off the nominees. This one, I guess, yeah, I mean, pretty much, pretty
We love
much.
we love car sounds.
Uh, Best performance, voice acting, individual voice acting or motion and performance capture. Uh, Maggie Robertson, she was just awesome in her
Yes.
role. That's
Res Evil 8 got its award.
yes.
Yes. We did it.
That one was I agree with this one. She did an amazing job, and I think now is as iconic as the game itself, and very
Mhm.
iconic to other Resident Evil villains. Um,
Even from the first trailer that was released with her and everything, everyone was just blown away by who she is. What the heck
yeah,
is this? Like, what's going on here? Like, what kind of enemy is this in the Res Evil franchise when it first came out?
and very crazy too that with the nominees given, from Deathloop and Life is Strange, that Far Cry 6's Giancarlo Esposito, he didn't win this award. I thought when I saw it, I was like, okay, it's probably gonna be him, but no, they gave it to Maggie, and I was like, damn, props. Yeah, she played an iconic role, and like very very well deserved.
She beat out Gus Fring. And you know what? Actually, I would contribute to that to maybe not exactly powerfully great sales for Far Cry 6. Is that still correct? Like it didn't sell as hot as it should have?
uh, well, I know they don't put that into it, but I also think that Far Cry 6 recently came out, so maybe
Hmm.
I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, typically that usually goes into their favor.
Okay.
But
That
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
Maybe not enough people played it. As
I,
opposed to Village, so
I
many
agree with
people.
that.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, the village they've had since early 2021.
yeah. I believe
So,
that was like March or May, somewhere around there.
okay, I agree with that actually better. That's better because now they have more of a chance to connect with her instead of like Giancarlo. And a lot of people, if they liked Giancarlo, it's definitely going to be more like, did you like Breaking Bad and
Yeah,
Better Call Saul? Then you're gonna love it.
and Star
You're gonna, they're
Wars,
gonna-
The Mandalorian,
Oh, you're right. The villain. He's right.
and the original
Uh,
trailer for Destiny 1.
oh, whoa, 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 whoa! He was in the original trailer for Destiny 1?
He was in one of the very first trailers for Destiny 1, and he was reading a bedtime story, I'm presuming to his son, and he was talking about the lone wolf and the pack, the wolf pack. It's a very
Destiny.
Destiny, just yeah.
I'm, I'm,
Look,
no, I'm gonna put it on watch later, but I want to see this.
it's a very
So,
good trailer. I mean, it doesn't really show much. It's very cinematic, but I really love the feel that it gave Destiny of the wolf
okay,
pack.
okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay,
This
okay.
is live, everyone. He's seeing this live.
Yeah,
Like he's like just
I'm like being
like
amazed. Okay, this was released 8 years ago. Okay, I know this trailer was released. Hey, everyone, I'm just putting this on my watch later. I'm watching this later. That
look.
looks sweet.
Maybe I know many not know this, but my fiance knows this for sure. But something that I'm always huge about are video game trailers. And sometimes what I do to hype myself up to play a game is I just watch trailers. Like I'll watch some Halo trailers. I'll watch the Believe trailers and the Starry Night trailer,
Ooh,
and then I'll be like,
nice,
all right, let's play some Infinite. And that's how I get pumped. I
nice.
get pumped to play those games or any other game that's coming out. But I remember sometimes I'd look at the Destiny trailers and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm ready for another month of just Destiny 2.
Every time you do that?
Well, that's majority of the time. Majority of the time, I like to pump myself up, and I'll just watch a
Nice.
trailer or something, and I'm like, damn, I love this trailer. Or I missed this trailer, something like that. I'll watch the Gears of War, Mad
Oh
World
yeah.
trailer, and I'm like, okay.
Familiar faces. No man, that's what got me into Xbox 360 overall. Man, those commercials were great.
Those commercials worked. Like when somebody asked me, "Hey, do you really get, you know, influenced by a commercial?" I'm like, "Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do."
You know which commercials influence you? The good ones. Because the good ones are gonna influence you. Of course, the bad ones are gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
The good ones keep you. The good ones are the ones that hook you. I'm gonna give one example of one of the best commercials in video game history. Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers,
Yes.
the first one. Oh my god, that's the greatest video game commercial ever, ever.
The live action, costumes fighting each other.
Yeah. And they're all kicking the crap out of each other. Dude, best. That man needs to be put on like video game commercial Hall of Fame. That's like
Hmm.
the best commercial ever.
That one, I remember. I look at that commercial, I'm like, okay, let's play some Smash Brothers. When we
Done.
would see it on the
You
TV.
and me and you. Like it was and then it just starts with like it looks all beautiful and then Mario just comes in and sweeps the leg. Like it sweeps the leg. Like it begins. By the way, very excited, low key moment. Very excited for Cobra Kai coming out at the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
Gonna be
Cobra
gonna
Kai.
be gonna be watching that baby at the end of the year. A little
Quiet,
off topic there.
quiet.
it's gonna it's gonna. Oh man, Johnny Lawrence is the man. It's gonna be not to go too far off track, but now the fighting and everything's just reminding me of Cobra Kai coming out soon. I hope everyone watches that. It's great.
Uh,
Um, so
Games for Impact was the next one. For thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. This one,
I've never played any of these games. I don't have any like super opinion on any of these right now.
likewise, I've never heard of these, but amazing job to everyone that got nominated. Life is Strange, True Colors. Like I said, very narrative based, very focused on story with gameplay elements. But
Okay,
congratulations to the
uh,
winner and the noms for that one.
will
Um,
do. Best ongoing game. Final Fantasy one.
Yeah, that one
Uh,
I actually do believe, just because that game has been like on uphill climb in terms of popularity, in terms of quality of the game, and I hear a lot of people. I think even it went down for a bit, or the servers were just too strained because I think other games helped it too, because I know World of Warcraft, they did something, or some back political thing that people were like, yeah, I'm not gonna play WoW anymore, and people now started playing
yeah.
FF14 online, and I was gonna jump in, but I lost my account. I don't know my two-factor whatever password, so I'm kind of locked out unless I want to devote like a whole afternoon to get it back. But yeah, I could see I could see
It did.
that one winning. And huge over Fortnite and Apex Legends, and even
And Call of Duty Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone. Remind me, is Final Fantasy 14 free or you gotta pay it? You gotta buy
paid
it. You gotta
paid.
pay it?
Yeah,
There it is, dude. It beat out a free game again. Like it beat out Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, Genshin Impact, and an RPG. Beat out a shooter. Beat out 3 shooters.
yeah. But given that it is a huge RPG, it's the Final Fantasy, so it's one of the major players in it. But yeah, kudos to Final Fantasy 14. Maybe one day, maybe I'll just restart it. Maybe I'll just start a new with a different email. I don't know. We'll see.
And time to make a new email account. Burner
Yeah,
email account. Just make another one. Is
but
is Final Fantasy 14 also like okay, you said paid, but you is this like World of Warcraft pay monthly type of deal?
yes, but
Okay.
as
Cool.
far as I think they do have like a play the like up to the first like 100 levels for free or something. I know they have like
And
this really good trial that gets people hooked. I mean,
100 levels free? That's a
yeah,
lot of
that's
levels.
what I'm saying. I haven't played this in a long time. Like I said, my account is kind of like whack, but I know they have something where it's like, hey, play the first 100 levels, or you could get upgraded to the 100 levels and play there. I don't know which one it is, but they do have a good standing in terms of offering new players a lot of gameplay before committing to this, which is really good.
Mm.
Not a lot of companies would do that. Especially, a lot of companies would rather you pay up front first without even trying it.
Yep.
So
A lot of people with the trust me, it's good, and then it's like half done.
yeah,
Unfortunately, that's how it is with a lot of games. Not naming any names, but just it
it
happens.
it just works.
It just works.
A la
Trust us.
Fallout 76.
Or or uh, or any Cyberpunk 2077. It works. Just works. Okay, sorry. I know I said I wouldn't name games, but it did happen. All right, it did. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna even go further back in time before it became actually completed. Halo Master Chief Collection when it first came out.
Mhm.
Yes, it was botched. That started off botched, but um, yeah, okay, guys, got to do better. That's the thing. That's the thing with games from back then versus like today. Right now, they're just trying to make a deadline with such a huge task. And back in the 90s and 2000s, everything you already needed was on the disc or cartridge. It's done. It's done. Like whatever it is, it's already like completed. And I don't like the fact of companies releasing games that are not quite done yet, but they want you to pay full price when it's not done yet. It's like pay 60 now, but I swear like it's gonna get better after a few months. I was like, what? But you made me pay the $60 already. Can I pay the $30 like lower rate of like not done yet? Can I do that?
Before that too, they had teased a Wonder Woman game. They revealed Wonder Woman trailer. Um, Not really much was shown, just Wonder Woman herself, just a glimpse of it. I'm excited uh, to finally get a Wonder Woman game. I don't think we've had one, but
Yeah, not something that's not like a self. I think not like a self game. She's come
yeah,
out in games before, but not like her own game. So that's a big deal. That's a huge deal.
yeah,
Definitely need to have that released. And to go along with that, another thing that was announced to go along with the DC universe, the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
yes. They showed a trailer of it
Mhm.
with some gameplay. How are you feeling about that one?
The thing that I do like about it is that it's being handled by Rocksteady Games, who've made the awesome Arkham series for Batman. So it looks like we'll go like this. It looks like Insomniac handles all the Marvel games, and it looks like Rocksteady handles all like the DC games. Um, so from what I've seen from the trailer itself, I like it. I like it, but I'm gonna do the same Guardians of the Galaxy thing again, like I did before. Okay, it's kind of been done before. Very big and giant and flashy, and yes, you get to play as King Shark and Captain Boomerang and Harley Quinn. It's their turn. It's their turn to do the hero thing or anti-hero thing. Um, Not something that's like something big and innovative. Like, no, it kind of looks like you're controlling a couple of characters again, and you're doing another set of goals or objectives, or you're doing teamwork with your Suicide Squad now, which is now that's the hot topic right now. Teams, like team-based superheroes.
Yeah,
Um, I will say this: if if you were if you don't like Marvel and maybe you've been waiting for DC to take their chance to do this, well, here we go. This is you win. This is their version that's coming out, and at least this one had the gameplay footage, unlike the Wonder Woman one. Wonder Woman one had no gameplay, so we don't know what the
yeah.
heck
We
we're
don't
gonna
know
get.
what. Yeah,
We don't know. Similar to Wolverine though, but I don't. But similar to Wolverine, how the Insomniac released that one, no gameplay, but I mean Wolverine, like hyper iconic character. So sometimes some of his reactions get like more excitement from games before. But for Suicide Squad and the recent movie that came out, which is now going to be on DVD and streaming services again, um, I think this is DC's chance to replicate Guardians' success if they can.
yeah.
But I hope it's just not too much of a copy, where it's like, okay, you just kind of reskinned it.
The next awards provided. I mean, I'm gonna say both of them. It was Kena Bridge of Spirits, which won Best Indie Game as well as Best Debut Indie Game for the studio, and
Right?
I love this game. This game was amazing. It's awesome. It's one of those that has a very good story, very awesome art design and world design. The gameplay was a bit clunky at times in terms of combat, but overall, I love this game. This game definitely deserved the win and the nominations. I did hear a lot of good things about Death's Door, which I picked that one up as well this week.
Mhm.
So I'll be playing that after Halo Infinite. But I
Nice.
heard Death's Door is really good, and that's available on Switch and PlayStation now. It
Awesome.
used to be an Xbox exclusive.
Okay. There you go. They moved on. They moved on.
The best mobile game went to Genshin Impact. Uh, haven't really played it, but very open world, watercolors, or kind of almost aesthetics to Breath of the Wild in a way, from what I've
Nice.
seen.
It's on it's on my video, it's on my commercials for YouTube videos and everything all the time. Just saying. I see it all the time. I'm not a big mobile game player on the phones.
Hmm.
I guess my generation just didn't want to play mobile games that much. I think there's some that I really love Plants vs Zombies back then. Plants vs Zombies was a great mobile
That was
game.
a good one.
Um, like Bejeweled and has been a great game too, and then Zuma. But like, oh man, I just don't know about mobile gaming. Period. But am I gonna say that it's not gonna be the future? No. Yes, it is because it's actually, I believe it actually is the most popular gaming platform.
Yeah, it
If we're
is.
if we're including gamers and non-gamers, it's the most popular. Because dude, everyone's playing on the subway. Everyone's playing Candy Crush on the subway, or wherever the subway or the bus or wherever you're going. It's the most popular gaming platform. So they of course they're gonna keep making mobile gaming. I just hope mobile gaming doesn't become the dominant one in the future.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everyone plays like the casino games on the mobile games, and yeah, they do, they do. But congratulations, Genshin Impact, for your award there.
Uh,
Yeah, that the next one. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Next one.
I was gonna say the I think one of the best reveals now that I've rewatched it again is the Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga that got the gameplay reveal trailer of it. I wasn't
Okay.
sold at first just because it looked a bit clunky from the stream that I watched,
Hmm.
and I rewatched it in the 4K version that they have,
Hmm.
and yeah, this one looks this one looks really good. I don't know if you've ever played or heard of the first one. Um,
No, I've by name only. I've heard by name only. Did not play it or play too much of that or play any of it at all.
this is one of those games that you want to play with a headset on. Uh,
Oh,
it's one
that's
of
good.
those where they use the spatial audio. Very cool. Basically, she's I guess she in a way like schizophrenic, but she hears voices, and if you're wearing some good headsets, you kind of hear like the voices in her head, and they play with you because
Oh.
it'll be like you'll hear the whispers like, "Shuck, it's coming from behind," and you try to look, and yeah, the enemy's behind you, but sometimes they'll do the same voice. It's coming from behind, and you look, and it's tricking you. There's no one behind you, so it throws you off, and you start feeling that paranoia that, oh, is that someone behind me? Is that someone to the left of me? So it's really cool. I would highly suggest checking it out. I think it may be
Ooh.
on Game Pass, um,
Nice.
since
That
now
reminds.
since they own Microsoft now owns Ninja Theory,
Okay.
who are the developers. So this one looked really cool. I don't know what you thought of it, but this one is a good one to look out for. I don't think it'll be
Okay.
ready anytime soon. I'm gonna guess
Ooh.
2023 at the earliest.
Okay. You are right. Okay, so I've seen this photo many a times. That iconic picture of the first game. I have seen that photo many
Yeah.
times. Haven't played it, but I've seen that photo a lot. So You're saying go for it all day?
all day.
And I love the idea that you said with headphones. You know what game I love with headphones too? The Five Nights at Freddy's series.
I
Because
don't
you
even touch those games, man.
no, really, you get scared, dude. Come on, man. You in that game, you have to play with headphones. Like you have to. You dilute the experience if you don't play with headphones. You because you can have surround sound and everything, but with the speakers, especially the fourth one, where sound is like a key component, it's the biggest component. You hear the breathing like dude, like you're in there, like, what do I do? And you know you're looking at a computer screen, but dude, jump scares get everybody. Speaking of scary, the trailer that tripped me out the most, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is getting a game.
Oh yeah, that was part of the pre-show, I believe.
Yeah, like, because I was looking at the website with the trailer, I was like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming out with a game now. There's no gameplay. It's a multiplayer game. It's a multiplayer horror game, just like the Jason series that came out before that. So this is from the same creator that made Friday the 13th, the game. So we'll get to see if they do this one a little better than the Friday the 13th one. But anything in relation to horror games is of A+ from me. And now you get to see Leatherface chainsaw. I'm gonna watch the movies again now. Now that this is coming out.
That one, yeah, that one was a good surprise reveal. That one was done during the pre-show. But from there, I mean, we're gonna skip through some of them we don't know much. Like the best community support, the best VR AR game, Resident Evil 4 is still winning awards.
Goodness, how long it come out? Can you remind me how long ago this game came out?
I believe 2014, 2015.
2014, 20.
Maybe.
No.
I mean, not. I'm sorry. I'm thinking like 2004,
like,
2005. Yeah.
Oh, it's older than that. It came out on the GameCube.
Yeah, that's around 2004. I would say 2004.
Oh,
2005.
I thought you said 2014.
I did say that. I said 2014.
I guess okay, good. Then it's not just me. I just heard that. Oh my god, that game is old and it's still coming out. I actually looked up the videos I looked up the videos for the VR experience and dude, I don't have an Oculus, but I want one now just to play this.
Innovation and accessibility, Forza Horizon basically Forza Horizon Fun.
Forza Horizon Fun. There you go.
They won that one. I could see why. They have so much options for that. So kudos to them. Best action game.
Returnal.
Huh? Yeah, best action game went to Returnal. I agree with that one. And for me, as long as Deathloop didn't win.
Our girl Samus got an award. Best action adventure game.
Best action adventure. I'm glad Dread won something. If they didn't win Game of the Year, they won this one. Definitely deserved it. Love that one. And
very well worth it. The return, Samus returning to action again. Yes, Nintendo, put yourself on the map again. Yes, excellent work. And then the best RPG was a game you talked about a lot back then.
Tales of Arise, which this was probably my most difficult decision on all these because I actually really liked all these. I played all of them.
Beat out Monster Hunter.
Yes, Monster Hunter Rise. Even Cyberpunk, but I think that's because of
that's because of the botched release. I think from the bad release, it already left a bad taste in people's mouths right away.
Yeah, but Tales of Arise, amazing game. Everyone should play it if you're into RPGs. They did show a cinematic trailer for Elden Ring, which still looks good. Fighting game went to Guilty Gear Strive. Do you agree? Have you played Guilty Gear?
I played a lot of the Guilty Gears in the past. I played Guilty Gear X and then Guilty Gear XX. It was actually the most popular game that got released because right now in the fighting game genre, it hasn't been released as frequently as it used to. Like back then, Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat, which are the more of like the mainstay titles or the versus titles, like Marvel versus Capcom, and like Tekken as well. A lot of mainstreams are not releasing as frequently because a lot of DLC keeps coming out for these games. So the companies are all like, well, we don't have to release a new game because hey, we could just keep pumping the money into this old game and just keep putting money in it, and people will keep buying the DLC, which ends up costing like as much as a game anyways, because sometimes some DLC packs end up being like $30, $60. So newer games are just harder to come by. I bet if like a Street Fighter 6 came out this year or something, which is that's the one everyone's waiting for right now,
You
that
mean
probably
next
would
year
have won.
or this year?
Well, I hope so. If it came out this year.
Okay.
But no, they haven't made announcements. They just released some additional final content on 5. I was really bummed that they didn't announce any NetherRealm game yet, which is the Mortal Kombat series. They didn't announce Mortal Kombat 12 or Injustice 3. Maybe they will by the end of the year because the time frame for that one's coming up. Because that's the only one that's been consistently changing. About every 2 or 3 years, that one does change between Mortal Kombat or Injustice. And then like this is how like much like lower like how like low releases like fighting games come out. Like Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown was a nominee, and that's a re-release, an
Yeah.
online version re-release. That game's been out forever, and I got it for free too. So it wasn't even like a game that you had to buy. You can get it for free. So even that was announced, and then Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl got put into the fighting game genre. Yes, Smash Brothers clone. You're a Smash Brothers clone. Don't even say you're not a Smash Brothers clone. You're a Smash Brothers clone, just with Nickelodeon characters. Okay, whatever. You want to use Patrick or SpongeBob or whatever. That. Yes, of course you want to fight with all those characters, but Guilty Gear Strive was, and I've seen a lot of tournament footage and videos of that game. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, it's the most popular one there, so it had to win that one. At least coming from someone who's played a lot of fighting games in the past. That's I agree with that. It was the only one that I would want to see win. I would hope not ever. If Virtua Fighter 5, like really, like I would have been like that old school game brought it up. But then again, Resident Evil 4 did win more awards again. So it's innovation. But yeah, that's what I think on the fighting game genre. So I think next year a new fighting game is going to come out. That's a popular release. So we'll see. We'll end up seeing.
Okay. Best family game went to It Takes Two.
Agree with that. Agree with that. It involves family, so it should.
Yeah.
I hope it would have won best family game. Dang, actually, damn. I kind of wish Mario Party Superstars won. Oh,
yeah.
Mario Party Superstars would have been great too.
And if you see the nominees, they're all Nintendo games. Except for It Takes Two. They had Mario Party Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World, plus Bowser's Fury, and then WarioWare Get It Together. So it beat out Nintendo still overall.
It beat out Nintendo. Okay, do you know that popular meme where the guy looks at something in the computer, but then he throws the computer away in the trash?
Oh yeah, I see that.
That's Nintendo seeing It Takes Two win out over all the games. It's like, we're Nintendo. what do you mean we lost the family award? I think now Nintendo's looking at each other saying like, guys, we couldn't even win the award. That's our mainstay. Like, what is this? What is going on here?
Forza Horizon 5 won Best Sports Racing Game. I mean, that's pretty much a given for them.
Wow, goodbye, Madden. Madden used to be in these lines. I'm just saying, like, dude,
Yeah,
Madden was not even nominated. So you know what this says about the sports game? EA, please release the NFL license for other games to develop it because you're releasing the same tired game every year, and now you're not even getting nominated for Game Awards anymore. So done. Like, just get out.
The Best Sim Strategy Game went to Age of Empires 4. And then Best Multiplayer Game went to It Takes Two. Beating out Back for Blood and Monster Hunter Rise. I mean, it won Game of the Year, so yeah, I don't see why they didn't win Best multiplayer. And then they also showed off the Halo TV series finally. That one looks good. That one looks pretty good
Yep.
for what it is. Um, they had
Oh,
some. Oh, what's up?
speaking of TV. Oh, no. I was gonna say no. It looks awesome. No, actually, keep going with your thought. My bad on the Halo
No,
series. I was
no.
gonna get add another series.
Oh, which one?
No. I was just gonna say. I was gonna say. Speaking of looking good, video games on TV or movies. Man, the Hedgehog trailer looks awesome.
Yes, that's I
Sonic,
think. Yeah,
Sonic 2. Oh man, that's how you do a video game movie. That's how you do it.
that's how you do a video game sequel to a really good video game movie.
Right?
That was
Man,
really good.
Knuckles looks boss.
He sounds
Like,
boss.
Mr. Endless is here to do the voice, and at the same time he's holding Sonic with his bare hand.
Yeah.
Stop that! That looked epic. I was like, dude, I can't wait. That looks so sweet. But now I'm trying to introduce here, like, looks like they're gonna go with the Sonic 3 route. Looks like it's gonna have
Yeah.
like, it's gonna be like Knuckles is working with Eggman because Eggman probably is gonna convince something with Sonic about the Master Emerald or the Emeralds, right there. So there you go. He's gonna work with him. But then if you played all the video games before, somehow Knuckles is gonna come back to the good guys.
Yeah.
That will happen. This is coming from video game people who know video games, so it's coming. Um,
The
yeah,
next
so that's that.
the next winners, various esports. Unless you want to go through any of them, I don't know much about esports.
Yeah, I'm not super hyped up on any of these either. The only thing I will say, as far as any of these, not the content creator, not the athlete, esports event, League of Legends is still kicking butt. That's the one thing I'll point out with anything in relation to esports.
That's a pretty
Um,
old game now. I mean, 10 years.
Mhm.
I would guess 10 years. I'm not entirely sure, but I would guess that game
I
is
played
at
that.
least 10 years.
I played that in college back then. Like when like I played that in college, League of Legends on my old computer, on my old MacBook. When they finally released it on Mac at the time, it was an exciting time. Um, so that came out, and then that's the only thing I can say about esports. And then the last one, besides all the esports ones, most anticipated game, Elden Ring, which is we talked about that trailer before. We already mentioned it. Are there um, any other of the announcements that you feel were great that jumped into your head?
That Matrix Awakens, with a demo available now on Xbox Series X and PlayStation. That one looks
Okay,
really good. That one looked pretty much close to the film on how it looks. Really
nice,
excited to play that one.
awesome. I'm actually also very excited for um, Cuphead DLC.
That too, yeah. I
Yeah,
completely forgot about that
Cup,
one.
and I love the name they picked for it, the Delicious Last Course.
Yeah, my fiance and I we
Dude.
played that game and
Mhm.
beat it one summer, and we've been excited. We've been like, "Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at?" And they finally. This is one of those that we were watching together, and both of us were like, "It's the DLC! It's the DLC! When, when, when?" And we saw, some of the bosses, and it's coming out, I believe, June of next year.
That's
So
correct.
that's
It looks
definitely
like June 30th, to be
June 30th.
specific. June
Yeah,
30th.
that's definitely one that we'll be
Um,
playing.
and then, oh my goodness, I completely jumped over this one since we spoke about Sonic a second ago. Sonic Frontiers.
That's the open world Sonic game, right?
Yep, yes it is.
The that one looks super. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's the first Sonic in a long time that I want to play day one. That I was like, you
Yeah.
know what, I may buy this one. I didn't buy Colors. I didn't buy Sonic Lost World or Sonic. What was the other one? Boom. Um,
Oh no, no, none of the Sonic booms.
or
Don't play
or
Sonic booms.
or which one was the one that you talked about earlier? The Sonic uh,
I believe it was Sonic Task Force.
Task Force. I didn't buy that one either, and I didn't care for them. The last time I bought a
Wait.
Sonic day one was Mania.
Wait, hold on. I don't think it's called that either. I think I misquoted that. Sorry about that, folks. but it was one that I got for it was one that I got for free
On PlayStation Plus,
on
right?
PlayStation Plus. Yeah. Um, Sorry guys, I misread that because I could have sworn it was called no, it's not called Task Force. It's just called straight up Sonic Forces.
Oh,
So
Forces.
it's
Yeah.
just straight up Sonic Forces. So yeah, that was I mean, I picked it up and put it down immediately. It was not something that I just wanted to continue playing. So that already says a lot. Um, Sonic has not a great track record on 3D games, but they're 2D games, of course, because Sonic Mania became like one of the most downloaded the Sonic games ever. So, Sonic the Lost World was one that came out for the Wii U, and then they re-released it on the Switch, I think, and um, didn't end up great either. So, this is just another chance, and I think with every game series now, open world
Hmm.
is going to be the 2020 theme of many games now. Um, Zelda open world, Mario open world. Basically, they're going to try open world with any series. They
Yeah.
are. They are. Just like how Battle Royale started popping off more with, like, when Fortnite came out. But there was PUBG before that. And then um, it's a trendsetter. It's trendsetting now.
Yeah. Speaking of PUBG, I think they announced also that it's going free to play for the first
Ooh,
time. Yeah.
that's good. That's good. That's
Cause
very good.
I think that game was like $20 or $30, something like that. But that one's going free to play from
There we
what
go.
they announced, so that's good too.
Yeah. Any other Game Award things or anything that you found that you were interested in?
Not that I can remember. Like I said, I think we've gone through most of them. But
Hmm.
Matrix was a good one. Wonder Woman,
Yep.
really excited for that. Hellblade was a good showcase of how the game will be. Looking. You know, everything's gonna be changing, but at least it has a good solid ground for now. And then
Yep.
the TV series for Halo. I mean, I love Halo, so that's where I'm at.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay, and with that, that's our sign for our final segment, which is the boss pick of the week. I believe this
Hmm.
week is my choice of
Hmm.
bosses, and I wanted to go with um, actually a game that is really close to my heart, but I haven't talked about this one yet, and that's The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And I wanted to pick an early boss, which was the first one, Goma. Uh,
There we go. Good
playing this
pick.
as a kid, I was, going through the dungeon, the tree, the Deku tree, and it took me a long time to realize that I had to jump from that high cliff just to get through that web flooring, and I learned how to do
Hmm.
that. But going through Goma for the first time, being in a very dark room, and all you can hear, in the background is, and you're like, where? What is that noise? Like, where's that coming from? And given that it's a 3D game, the very first Legend of Zelda 3D game, you hear this noise. It's very dark, kind of green glow, and you see this yellow circle, this yellow, dot up on the ceiling, kind of, closing in and out and then moving around. And it's not until you look up that you look directly into Goma's eyes that, the fight starts because, you see Goma falling down and then opening its eyes, and then it's a huge spider, and the boss music plays,
Ding, ding,
and
ding, 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 ding,
it was so
ding.
cool. Like you're this little kid, fighting this huge spider, and
Yeah.
you got the slingshot, and the
Mhm.
slingshot is used to blind Goma before he attacks you, and he goes up, crawls up to the ceiling. You have to
Mhm.
shoot him at the right time to hit his eyeball. He falls
Mhm.
down, and basically rinse and repeat. You start once he falls down, his eyes expose, and you're slashing with your little Kakori sword, and trying to do as much damage before he gets back up, and you rinse and repeat. But I remember I was like 9 or 10 fighting this dude for the first time, and it was still scary at the time, and
Mhm.
a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
Any kid, whatever age, uh, especially if you're before 10 to beat a boss in any game. So that was one of my favorite memories of that game, is just going through that Deku tree and then fighting spiders. I mean, I love Spider-Man, but I hate spiders. And that was it's a huge spider that I have to fight all the
Yep.
limbs, and it was just cool. I love the atmosphere of it. It's super dark. There's webs, here and there in the background with a
Mhm.
hint of green glow on the
Mhm.
floor, but I love that boss battle, and it's one of my favorite ones to fight now because it's so easy. But as a kid, you know, very very huge accomplishment for me. Did you have any experience with Goma?
I did because remember that at the time when it came out, '98, 3D gaming was just starting to develop even more and more. So if you could actually just walk around the room the whole time. The fight won't start unless you actually look up at him.
Hmm.
So this is like a true like testament to like 3D gaming. Like you got to use that other plane to look up at him. I know you just went through a whole dungeon looking around and doing everything you have to do with the dungeon, but in early 3D gaming and Goma being the first big boss, and he was like big. He's not as big as some of the bosses later, but it's still big and imposing as a kid. You're a kid, and this is like this thing is ready to attack you. They use the huge, gigantic spider-looking creature that would just be crawling around. All you're hearing is like shh, going slower and faster, and you look up, and this is the thing that's been poisoning the Deku tree. This is the
Yeah.
creature that's been killing the thing that Ganondorf put into him. So as one of the first, I think it's a perfect introduction boss to get everything started because the game only goes up from there. The game only goes continuously up from there. And you're right, the battle's not extremely difficult.
It's not.
It's not something that is too brain taxing or doesn't hit too hard, or maybe it does hit kind of hard because you only got 3 hearts, or you only have a low amount of hearts to start off. So yeah, maybe it does hit kind of harder. Um, but no, Goma, and then Goma is actually, if people didn't know, actually is a an occurring boss from other series as well, because there's a version of him in Wind Waker, and there's also a version of him in Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
There's and then the other one is the original Legend of Zelda, where you actually face Goma. That's so Goma originated from that, but this is again the first fully 3D introduction of Goma. This is something we're going to be talking about a lot in the future episodes and everything because 3D was starting to get more. I mean, 3D did exist in the arcades in the past, but 3D's like there were like the more polygon 3Ds were starting. But in the
Yeah.
90s, man, 3D was just coming up and it was working.
And
It
as a
was
kid,
working.
it looks so real. You're like,
Perfect.
this this can't get
Pixelated.
any better. Yeah,
Yep.
pixelated.
All pixelated for days, but it worked. So I agree. That is an excellent, not necessarily like a final boss pick or anything, but another early boss that just works well. I'm gonna try to look into some early bosses too if I can during the more earlier bosses too, because sometimes the first boss sets the tone for the whole game.
Yeah, maybe we could have like one of those, one of the discussions of our best favorite, intro
Early
bosses.
boss.
Yeah, intro bosses.
Yeah.
What's a good intro boss? What's a good first level introduction to a game that,
Mhm.
okay, this is how the boss fights are gonna be.
Sweet. I'm
This is
good.
gonna be good.
And then, or you can have the other ones where I'm like, is it gonna get harder than this? Gross. Like I don't have to play this no more. Yeah, good pick, man. Good pick, McQuack.
All right, and that's our show. Very filled with just the award show.
Mhm.
I know a
It
lot of
did
people.
it did just recently happen, so we had to start
Yeah,
off with this. We had to.
a lot of people have different opinions of the award show. This one, I had mixed feelings about it. It does feel more of a commercial for a lot of games as opposed to just celebrating the
Gaming.
industry and gaming. We Jesse and I, we will be having our own episode dedicated to 2021 gaming in general, not
Yep.
necessarily just having to be like it has to have released it this year, but just the games that we enjoyed this year. There are games that came out 10 years ago, and we play them, today, and they're amazing still, and they may be
Mm-hmm.
new experiences or just reoccurrences, but. We'll be having our own show. That one we do want to celebrate the industry as a whole, our favorite,
Yep.
things about it, and it's our hobby. It's what we, love to do on our spare time. So
Yep.
we'll be having that. It'll be very just celebrating in general, and no commercials. We won't have any commercials during our show. So
No, no additional sponsorship, whatever. We got what we got. We're doing it for the love of y'all.
yeah.
That's what we're doing.
So stay tuned in that, and then we will be doing that after 2021.
Yes.
We feel like it's better to just do a 2021 uh, review or celebration after the year's over. So expect that sometime in January.
Yep, yep. But yeah, dang, gotta set up my TV already. Want to play Xbox on my TV already? I'm gonna connect all my consoles. I'm gonna, again, like I said earlier, I'm gonna just have all the consoles hooked up at once. And maybe I don't know what things I need to have, but let's go, baby. If you guys have any ideas on how to hook up multiple consoles and how to have it all on the TVs, tweet me or anything, guys. I would love ideas. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, where can they find you again, Jesse?
They can find me at Jesse_Fragoso on Twitter. So it's just my name spelled out. It's JESSIE_Fragoso, FRAGOSO. That is my Twitter handle. And then it's the same as the Instagram, but it's a period instead of an underscore in between.
Okay, and you guys can always find me on Twitter, McQuack306. I also have an Instagram under the same name, but I'm not really on there as much. So, thank you again, Jesse. Great show. Love talking
Thank
to
you
you
again.
about
You too,
about
man.
gaming, everything gaming, and
The love of gaming. Gaming is beautiful. I know our
yes,
fans know this already, but gaming is beautiful. It is.
yeah.
It is art. It is everything. It's beautiful. Sorry for saying that.
No, say it again. You can say it again. It's beautiful.
Gaming is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's the best thing on the planet. Yes, it is.
All right, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next show. Thank you again. Love you guys.
Thank you for listening, everyone. You guys are the best. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your week and everything. And I hope all your gaming wishes and awesome, amazing things happen. And I keep seeing everyone's Twitter handles with gaming. Please keep doing that because I love living vicariously through everyone's gaming.
Peace out, everyone.
Peace.